What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing good. In this episode here, I'm going to replace the oil restrictor. And so the reason why I replaced this part is because on the last event at Caffeine Octane Friday Drip Night, I have a couple guys, they saw smoke coming out from my exhaust, and I already know this issue, and my tuner, the one that tuned my R32, was saying the same thing. So while he was tuning, smoke was coming out from the exhaust, and he suggests me to make sure that the restrictor is for the ball bearing. So there's two different types. One is for the journal bearing and the ball bearing. So I reached out to him and told him that it's for the ball bearing, and the size is 1 millimeter. And so he said that 1 millimeter, that's a little bit too big, and trying to find the one that is under 1 millimeter so that it can reduce the oil flow. So the one I purchased from the Z1 Motorsports, and this size is 0.035, and hopefully that will solve the smoke coming out from the exhaust and to reduce the oil flow in the turbo. And so with this install, it shouldn't be too hard. It's just a, take it out for the turbo and just slap this thing back in and call it a day. Well, I wasn't sure if I'm going to make this video or not, but I decided to do anyways, because maybe some of you guys might have the same issue, and hopefully with this replacement it will solve it. There's some others that can cause this issue, why that you have smoke coming out from the exhaust. It could be one, you might have a blown head gasket. Two, you might have a mixture of fuel and oil together. And three, you might blow a turbo seal. So hopefully that is not one of these three. And so yeah, check your oil restrictor. And as far as my engine goes, it's still holding normal temperature. I still have coolant. I check my oil. There's no sign of any mixture or smell of fuel, and the turbo is still working just fine. And so again, I'm not 100% sure that this oil restrictor will solve that smoke, but we will check it out. And so yeah, I'm planning to go back to Caffeine Octane Friday Drip Night to have more seat time, because on the last event I was just getting to it, but with the smoke coming out from my exhaust, I have to slow down and make sure that I make home safely. And so yeah, let's get to it and let's get this thing done, and maybe we could do a couple polls, and just to be sure that no more smoke coming out from the exhaust. All right, on the turbo side, you're gonna have the oil line. All right, so the oil line is gonna connect to the oil restrictor onto the turbo. So I'm gonna loose up this oil line with a 14 millimeter. All right, just like that. Loosen it up. I got the oil line to loose, and so the restrictor is just right there. It's pretty loose too, so I can just take it out, and let's do a comparison. This one right here is from the turbo. And this one right here is from Z1 Motorsport. It's for Garrett turbo, a Barbarian, and the size is 0.035. So how big is that hole comparison to that one? On the bottom is quite, it looks the same. So, yeah, this one is much smaller. Alright, so I'm gonna install the new one and go from there. Be careful when you remove the oil restrictor. It has a copper O-ring, so make sure you don't lose that, and you're gonna need it. Okay, so I just got done install the oil line back on, and so the oil restrictor is all tight, and I decided to add the heat wrap onto the oil line just for some extra protection. I ran out of the metal cable tie, so hopefully this zip tie should do for now. Yeah, it's very close to the turbo elbow and the turbo manifold, so that should reduce the heat. Okay, so at this point I'm done, and I have another thing that I want to install before we take it for a test drive. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to install is the HKS Super Sequential blower valve, the special fin, and this is the gold one. The gold one, it will make the whistle louder, and they have another one is the purple one, and it will make the whistle sound lower, not as loud. Alright, so here's the part number, and I purchased this in Z1 Motorsport as well, so I'm gonna put the part number in the description along with the oil restrictor. Alright, so this is easy to install. The blower valve, this is the front cover, and it's hold on Allen wrench bolt. So just remove all those bolts, and then the cover should just come out, and the insert come out as well. So it's very simple, and let's get this thing done so we could do a couple pull. Make sure that there is no smoke coming out from the exhaust, and we can listen to that awesome sound. So got the Allen wrench, and I'm using the R32. So just go ahead and make it loose. Alright. I decided to take the J-pie out just because it will make the job easier, and you don't lose any bolt. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up all these bolts and take the cover off. I got the last bolt out, and the cover is just slide out like how RoboCop took his helmet off. Alright, simple. So and this is the gasket, so just take the gasket out and then remove the fin. So here's the gold fin. There's the silver one, the one that came with the blower valve. You really have to push the fin down to able to remove, because it's on there really good. And so yeah, it's easy to install. It only go one way, so you can't mess it up. So make sure you put the gasket on there. You don't want no air leak. Okay, so at this time I'm gonna install back to the blower valve. Alright, I got everything back together, and let's go ahead and for a test drive. Alright, I'm gonna go for a test drive, and just to make sure that there's no more smoke. And my phone holder is broken, so hopefully my DJI, it can capture the noise of the blower valve, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video right here, and as you can see, no more smoke, yes, and keep it that way too. Man, got me worried. As far as the HKS blower valve is much louder. It's better than the silver one, and I'm still going to keep the silver one just in case. Put it back, and maybe I should try the purple one too. Maybe that might be a perfect pitch noise. And I'm just not feeling the gold color. It's just not my thing, but the purple one is. Yeah, so yep, I'm gonna end this video right here, and if you guys like what you guys see, do me a favor, hit the like button and thumb up, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And so stay tuned, there's more drifting coming up. I'm just starting to get to know my car more, so hopefully this tires, the new tire that I purchased, it will last me for a while until the new one. So I have some new tires in mind too. I want to give it a try, but I'm going to work with these for now and work with my steering and my throttle response, everything. So yep, just get to know my car. So all right, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.